Hey guys, I've made it back in. The whole computer froze there. And Beirut has some things again, so that's, that's something. Get out of there. Back over to heroes. And where were we checking these guys out? It would be nice um, to be able to skill up Laurel, but I think she has already skilled up all the way. Who else might I actually want to do that with? Not really running across a lot. Maybe ultimately I'll want to skill up Vortex. I wonder, it would only take 10, but I would have to use, I would have to use a crystal. Don't have one, so that means I would have to do, no sense in it. I may as well go on up here and just give Hollow a skill upgrade. Seems perfectly fine. We'll get 0.2 rage regen for all of her folks that she does that for. So that seems like a good idea. All right, we got that. We got our update on that quest. So we'll come over here and claim this epic skill crystal. Replacement instantly. All right, obtain 3 stars in stage 12 of Gear Raid 1. Can I do it? I don't know. It looks like we already did. 20 diamonds for that. Use auto fight to clear stage 12 or above in Gear Raid 1 3 times. Well, let's see. 12 or above. Well, looks like I can probably do 16. I wonder if I could do, I don't know if I could do 17. I'm really not sure which one this is or anything. It's a curiosity. This one is, okay. This one is that one. Well, we only need to do auto fight, so let's do it 3 times. No problem. Get it started. Minimize that, and it can happen in the background. So, I see that our double XP is off, and so is our double gold right now. Seems like I might want to do something about that. I'm not really sure. Trying to think this through real quick. Is this a good time to do that? I mean, possibly. I have, what could I purchase in the regard of XP or gold? I could do this from the guild shop, use 400 to get a gold bonus, or I could not do that as another option. I've got, I feel like there was something else I claimed somewhere recently that was an XP double up. Here it was in the arena shop. So I got that one and can't get another one for 5 days. Alright, so that's all fine and well. There's also this over here, or maybe it was the other one. It was not this one. It was the food and drink one where I could get something like that. This right here, and it was the XP up. I could do that. Do I want to? I have a few hundred of these resources. Perhaps. There's a... Okay, so 1/2 does these and 1/2 does those. Wouldn't be that, I mean, it wouldn't be that big of a deal to get those. I'll probably be doing a lot of background fights tomorrow, though, for the artifact raid thing, so maybe not. Maybe I don't do that right now. Alright, this is finishing up there. Let's go to quests. We got obtain 1 piece of gear from Gear Raid, and we get 5 auto attack chances for that. So let's claim that, get it out of the way, and then I was thinking of something. Oh yes, I remember. I was thinking of the artifact raids. No, was it? Maybe it was the artifact raids. and trying to get them up in level a bit? Possibly. Okay, so this is that fight. Let's go check it out. Alright, it said it was hard. I didn't look to see exactly what they recommended. I did see that I have 460,000 approximately. And I think I'm going to put Regulus here, facing up. And then, maybe if I put Arrogance here, facing inward. And then Xena on the other side, also facing toward him. Then I can put Dao Chan here for healing. And, probably a good idea to get Isolde on the right side, facing out. Well, no, not facing out. We'll have her face up so that to her side would be Regulus, and I can give him perhaps some assistance from Isolde. But she does this. When activated, it applies block increase, physical damage reduction, and magic damage reduction to all allies in the skill range. I think, yeah, the skill range is in a square around her, I think, or maybe, I'm not sure. I have to look and see where exactly the skill range was. For some reason, I was thinking it was a horizontal line, but maybe that's not right. Alright, we got beaten up there for a whole second, so I think I might put Wrath. Over on this side, facing out, since he has a self-heal. And he can kind of stand in the way of some of that. Then we can put Darren on the other side, facing toward the oncoming traffic over here. And maybe with all that, we have some kind of a chance on this. This is the shield wall, which should help protect him when the time comes. What I want to wait for is I see two people coming out here. Do I want him here, or do I want him on in? I suppose I will try putting him. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll wait and put him here. Is that better? Perhaps that's better. It's pretty good DPS, so actually, I ought to pick her up, probably, and put him down in her place. And, somebody just got knocked out. That was Isolde, I believe. Well, what have we over there? Who knows? See if we can delay that from coming this direction. I'll tell you that. And then we can try to get him. This boost increases max HP by 45%. Well, that's not especially useful, it occurs to me. Because, he is not anywhere close to hitting his max HP. Unfortunate, to say the least. Can't be having more people get on him right now. So, if we can stop that from happening, that'd be great. Unfortunately, Baron is going down. And that means more folks beating on him, potentially. We've got a few seconds before we can get this one up. And that's very unfortunate. Don't think she'll take too many of those hits. And unfortunately, Xena isn't going to last very long either. Not long enough, unfortunately. I have a lot of unfortunately's going on right now. Alright, so what can we do to make that go better? Let's look at the stats and see what kind of DPS we have had. Maybe maybe I want to get... Okay. Maybe I want to get Wrath. No, not Wrath. Arrogance and Xena out immediately, which, I mean, I did that before. And then pick Xena up immediately, pretty much, and then put Edrin in place of that. Seems like possibly a good idea. And I've got to think about placement and which direction they're facing. Let's try it again. All right. So let's see if we put Regulus out first. Obviously, he has to go out first, or somebody does, to do a little block. And then Wrath has no way to self-heal or anything crazy, or Arrogance rather. So we'll put him there. We got to get Dao Chow now, because I think part of the problem is that initial loss of life doesn't help anything. So we can stick her out. We won't leave her out too long before we put Edrin out. Edrin is going to go there. And I cannot remember his how to faces. Feel like if we can put him facing this way, then maybe we don't have to worry about somebody blocking there. In which case we can put Baron on the right side. Maybe Baron's the right choice, maybe not. Hard to say. That's what we're gonna do right now. And maybe they can take care of the folks who come up on this side without them getting over the Regulus quite so much. Baron is getting beaten hard already, interestingly enough. Gotta try to get some damage on that guy for sure. We can. Alright, should be able to put Wrath up there at some point. So we could put her here if we need to. Do we need to? Possibly. Alright, let's try that. And we'll do her facing up so that she can give a little bit of a shield to Regulus, hopefully. His little hit he does there is quite nasty. Let's try putting Wrath here. Now we've got Xena. So, do we pick up Edrin and throw Xena down for that burst DPS, or do we wait for one of them to die and then put out Xena? That is the question. It's looking pretty much like I might want to wait, because it feels like somebody may get killed here pretty soon. Maybe not, but maybe. Somebody did, in fact, but don't want to use for that. I'm going to use him there. For the moment. Somebody just went down. Okay, it was Edrin, so we throw out Xena at this point. Now there went Regulus, and so we gotta put Dean in as a blocker for the moment. He won't last very long. Will he make it enough time? Doesn't look like it. No good. No good at all. Alright, so the only person who could potentially last any length of time besides Regulus is Baron. So maybe I tried keeping Baron back for when inevitably the other one dies. So, okay, what if we try throwing out Regulus first as before, and then we'll put Arrogance and Hedron as before also. It works to get her out, I think, quickly. So we'll do that. I want to get some beating in with her. And then we'll switch her out. Which means that on the other side we have to have somebody. It's not as important to have anybody on that side who can live because we have Hedron who can DPS there, and also Wrath who DPS is there in that spot. Maybe I could benefit by not having as many people out right off the bat. Wrath up top makes sense, and it gives a boost to Arrogance. So we'll do that. So what if I go ahead and put Gluttony over here? Just to kind of help out with the situation. And so they will use shield. That should help those folks, hopefully. We've got one more deployable. And I failed to pick up Xena. Can't believe that I failed to pick up Xena. What a silly thing that is. Alright, well, that's that could be better, certainly. I guess. No, I better decisions. I think I'll wait. So I'm gonna need to be able to put out Baron if I can. Gonna have to just rely on the DPS for the moment over there. Alright, now let's put out aim because we have the ability to. And maybe a little distance would be smart. That's gonna get him right there, unfortunately. Smashed right through him. Don't think that was any better, and if anything, it was worse. But perhaps I build the base a little out so that they don't take quite such big hits. If only one person is taking hits, perhaps that would help. Alright, let's try again. Alright, so, that in mind, let's go Regulus here. I wonder how far out that guy hits when he does his swing like that. There are some other things I'm wondering about. Regarding single target healers, and that would come into play here somewhat. But alright, let's see. Say we put our guys out a little further. The problem is, I feel like it'll have to be a fighter if we do that. So let's go with Gluttony out here, and then maybe Ain on the other side. And I don't know if that'll be any kind of reasonable or if they'll just die very quickly. It's not looking good for Gluttony, and he's going to become overrun here pretty soon, I fear. I don't know if Gluttony's really prepared for this. Maybe. We'll see. We have Wrath, who is doing just fine up here. And he'll help speed up Arrogance. Now, I hate to hold back Baron because he's a member of Nightmare. And it makes the most sense to me to have those guys out there to help with that DPS boost. The attack speed boost. I've got a couple of defensive guys here that I can throw out if needed. One of them is Baron, and one of them is Isolde. It's not looking great, but I feel like we're making decent progress on the boss at least. Gotta count for something. Okay, so down went somebody, and that was AIM. Fortunately, that means we lost our blockade there for a second. And Baron is being beaten to a pulp right now. Yeah, that just was no time at all. Dead almost instantly. Alright, so let's read this a little different. Instead of doing it as an endurance fight with some DPS, let's see if we can go it all in on the DPS. Alright. Now how are we gonna do that? If the goal was to DPS as quickly as possible on the boss, then maybe I'm arranging this in the wrong way. Alright, maybe instead we'll start out with Regulus, same as before. And then we're gonna go, not Arrogance, not there. We want Arrogance, but we want him here because he can hit like this. We need Dao Chan to heal. We really probably need to get Xena out at this point, facing this way. And then we have Hedron, who can also hit out and around like that. So we'll put him next, like this, so that he can also hit the boss. Now, I think next is going to be Wrath, or AIM, maybe AIM. It makes some sense, I think, to do AIM facing toward him now. And when he ultimates, that'll hit Xena for the moment. We need to get out. It would be nice to get out Baron, Wrath, and Gluttony. Because they have Nightmare Faction. And that will boost Arrogance's attack speed. So, let's see if we can do it. I mean, obviously we can't get all of them, because if we got all of them, well, it's just not enough deployment spots to get all of them, basically. Xena will go down in a minute, and when she does, in fact, I won't even wait. I'm just gonna pick her up and put Gluttony in her spot, and that will speed up all my guys a little bit more. Probably, I ought to have turned off Dao Chan's healing and just do the DPS. Go full DPS mode on her. I should have done that at the start, but I think we got this. Maybe. He's healing too much. I don't know. We're so close. Probably if I had turned off healing and gone full on DPS, might have worked. I don't know if we can last another 15 seconds or not. It doesn't matter. If we've lost this fight, because we didn't DPS hard enough, gonna have to DPS harder or lose. That's all there is to it. Almost made it though. He was almost dead there for a second. Alright, so I'm gonna have to try this again. We won't need a lot more DPS, but we need to at the first have her in DPS mode. Alright, let's see if we can do that again, only this time just. Alright, so the suggested BP for the stage is 492,800. We have 460,071. Okay, let's see. Gotta use the brains, a little bit. It's hard. Not very good at it. Alright. So, him first. Arrogance, Dao Chan, and Dao Chan needs to just immediately be in DPS mode. We'll throw out, actually, I guess I can put her, and then put Adrian. I'm gonna have to switch to Hillary. Gonna just lose him, otherwise that is not going to work for my plan, I don't think. Hopefully he doesn't die before I can get somebody else to replace him. That would be a shame. I'll put Bear in there if I need to, but only if I have the time to, only if I have the spot. Alright, he's recovered somewhat, so let's just keep moving forward. Not him, we want Wrath first. 8? Ooh, it's a tough call. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Could have done Ain over there, might have been smarter. So, not what I'm doing at the moment. Alright, let's put Ain here and face him in so that he can give his boost to both of those whenever he gets it. That will help with damage increase for what it's worth. Now we can pick up Xena. Put down Gluttony. And that's going to give a little bit more boost to my nightmare guys. I'll throw Baron up here to, I don't know, mess with those guys, I guess, for a minute. And primarily just to get that boost. I don't know if it was a good idea. That's what I did, because I'm trying to keep these guys away from this fellow, because we do not need that healing to happen. Very close, so might can get it if we play our cards right. Almost, yes. Got it. Alright, great. Alright, victory. Alright. So We got 30 diamonds, 675 XP potions, 3,800 coins, 6 of these radiant meteorites, 24 brave conquest points, and 12 mithril for that hard fought battle. Let's complete this. So we've made it through stage 16. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. That means that we can get flawless meteorites, mithril, or radiant meteorites right now. Which is where we were already at, but now we can get more of them. Alright. No way we can do stage 17 yet without kind of boosting some of our guys up a bit somehow. We can go back and see what we can do to boost them a bit, but let's first go to the storyline and claim these 10 diamonds from using auto fight to clear stage 12 of period 1. Alright, now, after receiving this quest, enhance 4 pieces of gear to level 12, and that is for a lovely, huge stamina potion. Let's go over here. That's not where I want to go at all. So, enhance them to level 12, it says. Let's see what we have at level 8 that might enjoy an enhancement. I don't want to enhance just anything, however. So, I only want to enhance things that I'm interested in enhancing, right? Some of these are already equipped to people, which is fine and well, because, you know, if we enhance something that's on someone, you know, that's a-okay. And if I can't find some pieces that I'm interested in enhancing, then I may just go back and find some people that I'm interested in enhancing. So far, I haven't been completely impressed with anything. Alright, let's see then. What do we have? Alright, I've been using him in that fight, so let's... Enhance his healing effect, huh? Yeah. See, I'm hesitant there. Maybe not. Maybe not so much. Let's see here. Is there any of these folks? Okay, there's something. I think that's... Is that Baron? I think it's Baron. That I have that on. It looks like a flaming head, maybe, possibly. Flaming place where a head would be. Kind of hard for me to tell. Sure. Let's enhance that one. Who else might I want or have at least some interest in enhancing? This might be Hollow, or it might be I. I'm not really sure. There's a possibility that it could be useful. That's all I know. And that's 2 of them. And then we have... That's Phelan. I recognize Phelan. I use her sometimes. She's got good range. And then we need a 4th one. So... you know... I mean... I don't really care about it, but let's go ahead and do it anyway. We'll enhance those to level 12, sure. Gotta do what you gotta do. 200,000 coins later. Got it. Alright, now. We also have 11,400 coins, 2,781 XP potions, a few pieces of gear, and 60 Brave Conquest points. I am interested in these things. But we shan't mess with them right now because there's no tales of the Smith running at the moment. Ah, my players, or their friend list is full, looks like. Freddy, cannot be my friend. I'm sorry, Freddy. You must make room if you want friends. Sorry. Alright, there's that, and then... What was I doing? Oh yes, storyline. That's it. Huge stamina potion it is. Equip 7 heroes each with 5 pieces of gear at level 12 or above. Well, we have done that, so we get 150,000 gold for that. Clear campaign stage E2-11. And that is far along in E2. Campaign, I suppose you'd call it. Story. We've got a little ways left to go, but it really isn't all that far. You know, I'm looking at this timeline here. Or chapter line. I'm really not sure what we call these things, but this meter. And we're not too far away from it. It's a legendary artifact essence. I don't know what that does. Alright, cool. Get off of there, and then... Okay, so... We barely made it through that fight. It was very, very close. So the question is, what could I do to make things better? Would be good to upgrade her, I think. She can't make it to max level, but she got up to 57. That's not bad. There are worse things. That'll help a little bit, right? Not maybe a ton, but somewhat. And if I can get her up, you know, if I can get her up to 60, it might make a difference. We got her promoted all the way up. Our gear is okay. Can't do anything about the skills, can't do anything about the awakening. When there's any ally within 1 tiles increases attack by 8%, that should be fine. Oh. You know, if I'd known she had that on, I might could have done better in that faction trial, actually. I wonder, did I do the faction trial today? And if so, what was it? Who knows? Trial of the Piercers. I think I did do it today. Don't remember anything about it. Oh no, I didn't do it today. Okay. I had looked at it and then I didn't end up messing around with it. Don't know if I'll do any good at this or not, but sure, let's go for it. See what we have here. Yes, this would be why I didn't go for it. Unlikely that I can manage this thing. But why not? We'll give it a go. Suggested BP for the stage is 200,704. And our BP is 112,419. Cody says, howdy Kip, sadly won't be here long, gotta go to sleep early tonight. Oh man, no bueno. No bueno. I shouldn't be on too long either. I was hoping to possibly get off by midnight because, you know, getting more than a few hours of sleep in it would be kind of amazing. But we'll see if that happens or not. For now, it would be really nice to have a lord, huh? These beggars can't be choosers, we just gotta take what we can get here. Yeah, it's perfectly fine, game. We have half the BP necessary. We'll certainly be able to do something, I'm sure, maybe, possibly. Alright, so we have 2 things to defend. We have... Oh, you know, I thought there was going to be a cocoon in this one, because there wasn't the last one. No cocoon could make a different life entirely, perhaps. What if I put her down here? I have no idea what this is going to look like. What I do know is that basically no one else can hit from here, so she may as well go here, right? Let's give that a go. We have a healer that is level 1, I believe. We have 1 defender total. I'm gonna have to... There's a stun bug coming along. It's gonna be a rough time up here. let's try to get Brienne out there, and I suppose Marie. And then SB's level 1. Um, Liam does some DPS. He does a little bit of damage. Hopefully they can blow that stun guy up at least. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Uh-oh. We have a spider queen incoming. Seems bad. All of this is not going as swimmingly as it could be, let me just say. Oh, wow. Okay. So, apparently these guys are very tough. And we're gonna have to try that again. A little bit differently. Alright, so let's throw Livian out here. And then, I don't know, what do we have here? This is, when triggered, increases the hero's healing multiplier by 10%, immediately heals all allies in range one time, and dispels all debuffs from 45 seconds after the heal. Each basic attack turns into a healing ball that can bounce 3 times. Each heal quickly restores HP for the target 2 times. Additionally, the hero's healing multiplier on targets with HP below 40% is increased by 20%. Effect lasts for 20 seconds. Cool. It's not gonna go well, I'm afraid. But, sure. Why not? Let's do that. And throw Marine out there, too. And see if we can manage to not die for a second. And then we have, a healer here. And this healer can perhaps do the tiniest amount of healing. What if we stack healer number 2 up? No luck there. Alright, another possibility. Let's go with Livian. And then we'll throw out healer number 1. Ooh, this is not good. I just don't even have anything really to do about this, honestly. How about that? That's something right there. By golly gosh. And then what? I don't know. What's the right answer here? It's going poorly. It's just really not any possible way to survive this, I'm afraid. Yeah. No good. No good at all. I think I would need to, like, level some guys up or something crazy. Alright. Well, out of curiosity, what are the stats on that? Oh, hey, look at that. Livian healed herself pretty well there for a minute. And Nasandi actually did do some healing in spite of being level 1. Crazy. Good job, Nasandi. Good job. Yeah, I agree. Put gear to quickly improve. Yes, that would be. I don't have gear. I don't have gear on her. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, let's give that another try then. I didn't even consider gear. That makes all of the sense. Let's go here and we'll go to Alright, the faction is like piercers. Is this piercers? Yes. Okay, so let's get some gear on all these guys. I don't really care what. So the first few had some gear on, that's good. Maybe not him yet. Maybe we go next with oh look, actually this one, Lili has more levels than I thought. She's level 10. It's got potential. Alright. Well then. How about Liam with the quick 10? And then sure, and Sandy too. Ooh, that's promising. Uh, hmm. Esme and Goblin Guy and Drogo. Surely that's going to make all the difference in the world, right? Now I wonder if there's, and, I don't think there's anything I can do. I want to make her better. I've wanted to, but I kind of can't. Just not in that position yet, I'm afraid. All right. Piercers it is. Wow, what might I do to any of these guys? We could skill her up. Damage of each arrow plus 10%. I don't want to though. I don't want to put all of the things there. It looks like we could star up Livian. I had no idea that we could do that. But since we can, let's do it. She comes in handy now and then. That increases her level cap and all that good stuff too, so I like it. I don't think we can really level her very much after that. Maybe I don't want to, because maybe I want to level up, I don't know, maybe one of the other guys there, Lili perhaps? From level 10, she can be our healer for this faction thing. If we get her a little bit higher in the levels, maybe she can do something more significant. Let's give it a try. Upgrade to however high she can upgrade. So that takes her to 29. Much more reasonable. Oh, hey, I could throw some artifacts on some people too. That's not the worst idea I've ever had. Let's do that. Increases your healing multiplier by 30% when healing a hero with less than 30% hit points. Now, there was something about that. Additionally, the hero's healing multiplier on targets with HP below 40% is increased by 20%. So that kind of goes pretty well. Alright. Interesting. Let's see here. Could throw some kind of artifact on her, but wait a minute. Okay, she's not started up. Don't even have the stuff to do it if I wanted to do it. Which you don't really, but we might throw something on her temporarily, but maybe not that because it's a healer thing. I wonder if there's anything left except healer things that I don't have equipped. What is this? Crit rate? Sure. Flip it. Then we gotta go back to the Piercers faction. What else may be doable? Don't really want to waste a lot on old Drogo here. Could star him up. Not real interested in doing so. I really am not interested in doing much to Drogo. I can easily get more of these, so maybe increasing Liam is on the table, weirdly. And certainly we can spare a couple of these for old Cutter here. May as well. Yes, promote Cutter. Why not? So, let's see. Do I promote Cutter some more? Sure. Why not? We can get some more of these pretty easily, and that expands his range, which is nice. So sure. Go for it. I haven't laid him down in this yet, I don't think, because I haven't lived long enough to do that. Maybe having the healer here will assist with living on. have with Sandy. What good that is. I wonder. Okay. Let's just try to promote some of these guys real quick. How about we get some materials? We would need to do this 3 times per. That's no problem. Because if she can survive a little bit longer, that'll be helpful. However, what we really need is going to be more DPS ultimately. And who have I been able to get out? Brienne, Idril, Maureen, and healers. So the healer's going to be the more important one to get out first. And they use the same kind of insignia. So, interesting. Should have done 6, I guess, of those. Alright. Let's see here. How can I get some more stamina fairly quickly? The mine has 2,150 gold, 1,300 potions, 2 stamina, 1 diamond, 2 mithril, and a chest which contains 2 insignia of marksman 1s. It was a possibility that it could have contained something that our heroes would need, and I'm not going to say it didn't, because it might have. I mean, it did contain something they need, but was it something that was, enough of them to be worthwhile? May as well promote her, I guess, in a moment. At least I have her in the party. Maybe we get her out, maybe we don't. Who knows? But unlocked Mania inflicts attack speed increase on all heroes within the attack range every 40 seconds. That's a nice thing to have. It increases attack speed by 50%. That's very good. I do like that. That would pair well with, like, everyone, pretty much. But some more than others, certainly. Alright, we'll promote her as well and unlock whatever this is. It is Venomous Eruption. When the hero's basic attack kills targets inflicted with poison, deals 60% AoE damage to up to 5 targets. Poison deals 5% continuous magic damage per second, to 10 times. Poison effects from different sources can coexist. Which is cool because that goes with Phelan. Phelan does the poison stuff as well. Alright, so let's hop back over the storyline while that goes and go to this E2-1. Alright, we have to clear the stage with no more than 6 heroes on the team, clear the stage with no hero killed. Recommended BP is 168,960. And the map looks like this. We've got a portal here. They have 3 portals incoming, so it's a straight line kind of a situation. They've got skeletal giant shielders, small arachnids, and suicide bombers who blow up on them. So let's give this a shot and see how it goes. I guess this must have been the crew I was using. I don't know exactly why, but it's what I have in my group at the moment. The most interesting thing is that I have Nocturne here. I think I'll not do that for this, and I will put Wrath to give Arrogance his boost. Now, anything else I want to change? Maybe. I don't know how many melee with spots we'll have. We currently have three melee units in this group. So, don't know that I necessarily want to add any more. I would like to see how Greed does, however, and he'll help with the bonus to Wrath's attack speed. So we'll dual purpose this one way or another. We have a lot more BP than is recommended for this stage, so it may not be a big deal. Let's see how many spots. We do have a lot of spots here, which is nice. I wonder, what if we just throw Arrogance here, and then Legion here. We can put Dao Chan in between. And then we got to be able to put Laurel on the other side over here, facing down, cover both people. And then I would like to put Greed down next. Alright, so Greed has that kind of range on it. We've got those bugs that are going to blow up. So the question is, where is the best place to put him with that in mind? How about right there? No, I can't quite hit him. Might not be the best place. Could try there, I suppose. I don't know that it's wonderful, but should be sufficient, I think. And now we have Wrath. And we could put him down, just mostly to speed up all the other people. We can switch her to DPS until we actually need to do something about that. But until somebody's getting hurt, there's no need to have her in healing mode. I'm liking Greed so far. It's not bad. What's cool is he seems to be having some splash damage hit those stun bugs. It's interesting. Or the suicide bugs, rather. And I think that allowed them to be killed before they got to the others. So that's convenient. Let's go ahead and double time this one. Yeah, there's two left. And even though Greed was back a little ways, I want to see how well he did. So we got 25 diamonds, 234 XP potions, and 500 coins for that. I mean, Greed did decently, really. I feel like he did. Alright, complete that. And then we've opened up E2-2, which is Swarm. Okay, we need to kill it with no hero killed, kill it with no more than 6 heroes on the team. again, we have one portal to defend. We've got multiple platforms, and it's like plenty of room for us to put some folks. So let's go to fight. We're out of potions. That's fine. Let's use one of these stamina potions here and go ahead to fight. Some group seems fine. Alright, so question is, what do I want to do? I think what I want to do is put maybe Arrogance here. Put Dao Chan here. I didn't look at the guys who would be in this battle. Probably should have, but failed to. Sorry about that. Can put her here. Well, theoretically, don't really see any problem with doing that. Or here. Yeah. Let's put it here. I see that we have some stun bugs up there. Or not stun bugs, those are toxic guys. So, do I want to just stick them up here and smite them, perhaps? Let's try it. And let's turn her to... seem to be taking some damage. Well, can't be having that. Alright, so we've got everybody out now. And apparently, Adrian's whole purpose in life up there is just killing toxic suicide bomber guys. Alright, let's speed this up a bit. Got 25 of these diamonds, 234 XP potions, and 500 coins for that. Not bad. Not bad. Complete that. For our next trip, we have E2-3. So we have now 2 portals to defend. They've got 3 that'll have incoming monsters. They're gonna have suicide, bugs, poison mages, and skeletal giant shooters. This time around, so some light armor, some heavy armor, and a guy who explodes on you. And we've got ranged and melee there. Alright. Let's go to fight. And sure, that's perfectly fine, I think. We have a couple of different guys who can do some good stuff here. I think. I see. Arrogance can do fine there. Let's put Gotcha in here. Now, if I put him here, I could just turn him like this. And that would be perfectly fine. So why not? That way, no matter which direction these guys go, it won't really matter. Then we can put one off here, facing down. She'll cover everybody. Well, let's double time this. And don't really have any good use for him. But I guess I can put him up top just to give people that speed bonus. And then I'll do the same thing with Reed. And may as well turn her to DPS mode as well. We've got Reed here. Killed Raph, because I put him in a silly place. Not remembering that he won't be able to hit that bus. I'm gonna have to redo this one, I think. Because we got Raph killed like fools. Alright. 10 diamonds, 234 XP potions, and 500 coins for that. Silly. Alright. Try again. No. Almost everything went perfectly. But this time, I will put Raph behind each one. He's nice and safe. Alright, that went a little bit better. Got a victory on that. Got 15 diamonds, 234 XP potions, and 500 coins. And all 3 stars, which is the most important part of what we did there. Now, we have 200 stamina, so let's claim that. And then hop back out of here. Come over here. We have a power startup supply bundle small offer, which contains 1 5-star psychic power token, 4 4-star psychic power tokens, 1 XP bonus, double XP per day, 300 stamina, and 70,000 XP potions for 1,499 W gold. Let's check mark this guy. We got 2,340 gold coins, 2,331 XP potions, 30 insignia of endurance 3s, 1 legendary extract, 30 insignia of endurance 2s, and of course 30 insignia of endurance 1s from that. Let's click OK. We're gonna go over to our heroes and look in the Piercer faction. And then, somewhere in here, we needed some things. So let's go find them. Okay, Livian needed them, and I think, yes, also Lili needed them. So let's go ahead and promote her. Which just gets her absolutes up. So, for the next one, when Thorny Protection is triggered, the saved ally gains damage increase. That would definitely be nice. Can't do it yet because we'll have to start her up first. Or well, okay, looks like we have to upgrade her first and then probably start her up. Let's see if we can upgrade her. We did make it to level 30, not bad. Alright, that's a little better than the level 10 that she was originally. Alright, so moving forward then, we got her as promoted as she can be, which is not very promoted at all. We need 16 total of those, but of course we already have 5 of them, so we need 11 more. Well, okay. Plus another 8 is 19. So, we may as well do all at once, right? These guys. Go raid. That's only going to take a couple. Get back out of there. Okay, now back to what? Storyline, I suppose, and back to this E whatever we do on E2-4. Same rules apply. We've got a couple of lines here. So 2 portals from them and 2 portals for us to protect. Looks fairly straightforward. There's at least 6 platforms that are usable there. They've got skeletal giant shielders, incubators, incubators, and poison mages. Alright. Yeah, we'll see what happens, I guess. Let's go to fight. We're well beyond what we need for this level according to their suggestion. So let's just go ahead and with starting this and see what happens. Alright, they're coming down this direction first. I should see where they come. Okay, it's those guys there, so I assume they'll probably come all the way. Let's go ahead and stick him out as soon as possible. And then we've got Ethan. We can stick here, I think. And what is this? It is a name. It is a guy. Sketchy guy. I mean, I don't know. Flower tail. One of those toxic bugs there. And then we'll stick Laurel out right there. I guess we can switch her over for a moment at least. And then we can put Wrath here, just in case somebody gets a little too close on that side, and it'll also speed up everybody's everything. And maybe it would have been a good idea to put him on back, but we'll see. Alright. Let's speed this up for the moment. And put green here. And again, that'll speed everybody up a little bit more as far as their attack speed if they're in the Nightmare Clan. All is going swimmingly so far. Arrogance is maintaining his side of the aisle without any difficulty. And that did that. Alright, so for that fight there, we got 25 diamonds, 234 XP potions, and 500 gold coins. Let's complete that. Got some background fights complete. So let's go check on those. And so we got 1,560 gold coins, 1,260 XP potions, 1 mithril extract, and then 20 of each of the insignia of marksman. Check on the route here. Cool. He's got some rare summoning crystals for 70 diamonds. So grab those. Back out. Go to heroes. And then we'll sort by piercers and try to promote some of these folks up. Not that one. She's not ready yet. This one, we'll save him. Let's do Liam first. Drogo is not as good so far, and also it costs a lot to put out. Let's get Cutter promoted up. He, I think, is pretty cheap to put out at the very least. Yeah. We've got Sandy, I suppose. We could promote her up. I don't have any XP to really do anything much with her. But sure, let's promote her. That extends her range, which is nice. And we can promote her again, looks like. Bumps her basic attributes up, and then we're down to where we would need more of those guys. So we need 60 of those, basically. That was 6 times. And I think that might be all that we need there. Let's promote him. That'll extend his range. And also, you know, give him a little bit more of his stats. Alright, so let's get 6 of these going. Alright, got those running. And now, look around desperately to see what else. I guess we go back to the storyline and see what we can do here. Okay. Same rules as previously. This is Breakthrough the Siege. We have 2 portals to defend. They're going to be coming out of 2 portals, and it's pretty straightforward. Arrogance on the right, Adrian on the left, looks like. Plenty of places for mages and healers to go, and marksmen. They're going to have skeletal giant shielders, incubators, and incubators. Alright? Interesting. Let's go fight, win. Or go fight, maybe win. They are suggesting 174,509 GPP. We have 305,887. So I think we're pretty okay. Possible. Who knows? Well, this is a little slower on getting our guy out than I like. No. Failure. As luck would have it, he turned around. That was definitely a close one. Alright, now, we got that guy over there. So let's go ahead and put Arrogance here. I think we can put Laurel probably here and face this way safely. Dao-chan here will cover everyone. And I can turn her into DPS. Should be able to safely put Rack back here to give those guys some speed bonus. And we'll use Edrin's ultimate there. Gonna do this ×2. And I think I think maybe I put him here to try to keep some of that stuff a little further away, those toxic splatters. Because that hurt Laurel pretty badly. We could use some healing, actually. That ought to probably fix any of that kind of issue right there. Edrin is great on this AoE stuff. Alright, so looks like we got all 3 stars. We got 25 diamonds, 234 XP potions, and 500 coins. Let's put the stats on that. Yeah, I mean, Adrian did great. Good job. Complete that. And then we're now on E2-6. Same rules apply as previously. We've got 1 total 2 will defend. 2 of them will be bringing in monsters. We have a Scythe of Doom, which is a boss. Common armor rampage. When the HP drops below 50%, falls into a rampage state and deals extra damage. Acidic venom sprays a lethal venom over a wide area, poisoning enemies. If the poisoned target dies, it leaves behind a toxic blood stain that deals high damage to heroes on that tile. Cool. Control immunity means he's immune to crowd control effects except slow. The king of the underground swarms. The acid it spits out is strong enough to melt any kind of rock. A bug more dangerous than a dragon exists only in bard's tales made up to scare kids, says Violet. Then we have skeletal giant shielders and suicide bugs. Alright, basically the same system applies. I think I'll just stick Arrogance out here, and I'll put Legion in front of him. So that should keep these bugs at bay. should be able to safely put Doge-Shan here. And switch her to DPS at least for the moment. Now we've got Laurel here, and she should be able to stand like that and hit everybody. Let us double time this, I think. We've got Wrath. We can just kind of stand back here and give everybody a little bit of speed by existing. Attack speed, that is. And then we can put, you know, it's a tough call where to put him. But I think I'm going to stick him here and go up and down. Here we have the big boss guy. He's the one who does nasty things when he's under 50%, but our BP is so much higher than this zone that it was not relevant for us. Alright. We got a victory with 3 stars. We made level 50, which gives us 50 diamonds and a maximum stamina +3, which is always nice. I like it when that goes up. We got 25 diamonds, 234 XP potions, and 500 coins. Complete that. And that background fight is completed, but also that unlocked these 2 rare summoning crystals. So we'll clean those. Then we'll go back out and come check this out. Ah, not that. That's not what I meant. But level 50 bundle looks like it includes 20 rare summoning crystals, 6 legendary summoning crystals, 1200 stamina, 150,000 gold, and 800 diamonds. 49.99 W gold. Alright, now, what I was trying to do, though, was click this check mark. We got 4,680 coins, 4,662 potions, and then 60 of each of the insignia of endurances. So, that should mean that we can come over here to the Piercers faction and do a little bit of promotion. We can do this girl, whoever she is. I've forgotten. Is it Livian? Maybe. It's Livian. There you go. So we got her once. I definitely need some more of those. That level thing. We need 3 of these to promote her. Or 34 of these, sorry. It was 3 runs to promote her. See if we have anything else. Yeah, sure. Let's promote
True vision does not require eyes.
And that unlocked Hamstring. Blade Hurl and Large Saber can inflict slow on their surrounding enemies. So Large Saber deals AoE damage upon hitting targets, and slow decreases their movement speed by 50%. Alright. Now, perhaps I go doing 5 more runs of this Insignia of Endurance. Seems like a good idea. 5 runs? Sure. Alright, let's have a look over here. We've got something. Looks like Freddy's still there. Last time I tried him, he was unable to accept because his friends list was full. So, too bad. Checking to see who's on here. Cool. Alright. Now. Back to storyline, maybe? 2-11. I don't know, it's 11:30. I was going to try to get off of here by 12, so maybe I better do some other things. I'm probably not going to get off of here by 12, it occurs to me, or else I'm not going to get some things done. Man, what a mess. Okay, I've already aired. Probably won't get off of here until 1. Alright. Let's go to this faction trial. Certainly after leveling those guys up or promoting them at the very least. I guess I can go see about leveling that healer up some more before I hop in here. Lili, I think her name is Lili. So she's a healer and she is in the piercers. Alright, let's see about this. Upgrade. And that got her another level. Sure, why not? Alright. Now, back over here then. And for some reason that's the easiest way for me to get here. Alright, stage 7. Can we do anything? Can we survive for a whole minute? Probably not. I think she should have 200,100 or 704. We currently have 153,762 BP, which means our BP has increased at the very least since last we were here by a good bit, by like, I don't know, 40-something thousand. Alright, let's stick her down. And then try putting Livian down in the back, or Lili, sorry, Lili. So we have Livian and Lili down. And maybe we put her here. It occurs to me now that Lili cannot heal for very far, so this is not going to go particularly wonderfully. It's going to be a problem up here. It may not be the biggest problem that I run into, to be honest. Try to stick. Oof, it's a tough call because the problem is they're going to not be able to keep up with this. We got, gosh, I don't know. We'll put him down there. Somebody already died. Oh, it wasn't Livian. That's good. It was the other girl. Neutral. Wow. This is just walk on by. Yeah, no bueno. You know what though? I haven't done a summon today. Let's go do a summon. Alright, one summon for us. Who knows? It could be anything. It's Cuke. He's a 3-star marksman, a cunning goblin archer whose poisoned arrows bounce from foe to foe. Beware his traps. There you go. But I got some progress rewards here. In quests, I have performed one summon, which gives me 2 4-star psychic power shards. Then I can claim this daily box at the top, 35 diamonds. Nice. Excellent, excellent. Now, got that done. I suppose, in that case, I may as well just go do some auto fights on these, because I'm not going to be able to do more in the amount of time that I have, so let's auto fight. That one. I apparently did not turn on background parts, so let's have a look at this, I suppose, and see what happens. This must be significantly lower BP monsters than the next one. It's got a be a pretty good increase from 6 to 7. Because we're kind of blowing these guys down pretty well. And that's with the inferior versions of them, because I hadn't leveled them up or promoted them, any of that business. So cool. Good to know. Alright, we got 90 XP potions and 14 agility insignia 2s from that. Let's go ahead and complete it. And we got this clear faction trial on any difficulty level 1 time completed for 10,000 gold there. Alright, we got a background fight here, giving us 3,900 gold, 3,885 XP potions, 50 of the insignia tokens for the endurance, 2 legendary extracts, 50 of each of the other insignia endurances as well. I forgot that I was going to go get those and try to level up Livian a little bit more, upgrade her a little bit more in one way or another. Let's see, she can't upgrade in that manner, but she can promote up again. We'll go ahead and do it in spite of the fact that that we've already clicked the autoplay there on that battle. No problem. We'll use her again sometime anyway. And the materials are not particularly hard to come by, so at this point, because we have unlocked the extreme 2 down there. So I won't level those guys up right now. I won't promote them up right now, even though it will be very helpful to expand both the range like that. But it's not really necessary, since I'm not going to do the faction trial again right now. Alright, let's click go here, and then we've got this basic trial, which I'm just going to run the auto fight on that too. We do have background fight on in this one because the other auto fight isn't good. So alright, let's do that, and then may as well check the mine real quick. We got 1,650 gold, 1,250 XP potions, 2 stamina, 1 diamond, and 1 mithril there. Wonder if I can make any artifacts. Probably can. Let's go to forge. We have 12 forgeable pieces in the legendary forge. Let's go ahead and give that a go. We got Keen Wisdom, which when there is any ally within 1 tiles increases attack by 8%. That would actually be quite good for aim, I think. Let's get another piece. The Watchguard's Wisdom increases the chance of triggering an additional basic attack by 0.2% for every 1% increase in rage. This effect will be triggered up to 1 time every 5 seconds. Interesting. It wasn't class specific or anything, it didn't. What do we got next? We got another Keen Wisdom. We had that just a second ago. And then Radiant Lantern. Class limited to healers. Increases AoE healing effect by 3 for every 1 allied units enraged. Up to 4 times. That is nice. I think I'm going to put that. Well, okay. I'm not sure because there are multiple people it could be good on, I think. Well, I won't go do it right now. I'll continue. At some point, I really need to look at these artifacts and put them on people that make sense. That was Keen Wisdom again. Then we have a War Song. It's another epic artifact. Increases damage dealt by 5%. Eliminating an enemy grants an extra damage increase of 5%, lasting for 5 seconds. Cool. Consuming Rage. Increases crit rate by 5% upon entering combat. When a crit hit lands, increases crit rate by an extra 5%. And that could be good for anybody who basically has their critical rate maxed out, because that's going to be every hit. So if they have the crit rate maxed out and they also have their attack speed up, that means they'd be hitting more often and critting every time. And this would increase their crit rate by an extra 5%, which could be super helpful. Alright, Adamant Will. Increases healing effect by 5 when HP is at maximum. Additionally, increases healing effect by 5. Now the King Wisdom, we saw that a moment ago. War Song, we saw that also a moment ago. Got 2 more, and you can't lose in this one. Nefrit Folio. When HP is at maximum, increases healing effect by 15. That is class limited to healers. Neat. And 1 more. Adamant Will. Increases healing effect by 5. When HP is at maximum, additionally increases healing by 5. Alright, now we've got the Mythic Forge. Let's use that. So we get it's Consumed Rage. It's an epic artifact. We had 30% chance of getting that, but we managed. Alright. Now then, let's see. Alright, we're gonna do the dragon here pretty soon. So we got here, we got 150 XP potions and 15 shelter insignia 2s. Let's hop back over here and see what we might want to do. Level 19 of 32. So it would be 13 more of those to be able to do anything. Can't do anything there. How about these guys? We would need 28 of these. We have 7. Where are we at on these? We can make a good number of them. Hold on. That's because we have shelter insignia 3s, apparently. Which are these. Well, I think I'm cool with not worrying about those guys yet. I'm just making some of these level 52. No, we need 52, sorry. And how many do we have? We have 32, so we would only need 20. Let's do it. We need another 56. We don't have enough for that, for sure. We only need 11 of these. We only have 2. So, can't do any more leveling up there. For this one, we got Rage Regen went up a little bit. Very helpful. Let's see now. Got those done. Didn't get what? We didn't get the dragon done. That's for sure. Let's go check that out. looks like somebody has attacked Nightmare 2. It was Purgatory attacked it twice. I can go ahead and try another fight against this and see what it looks like. I don't know if I've increased any of these people in anyway. I did Hollow. I did something on Hollow earlier. Maybe increased one of her skills. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I've done. Probably did something. Let's see. Let's do Arrogance in behind him. Let's do Etran with Wrath in front of him. And then Gao Chen over here in that mode for the moment. Hollow back there. Nope, not Hollow. That's that other person who's not Hollow. But we'll put Hollow out next. Followed by Neutral. And then we'll switch back into heal mode. Alright. So, here we go. In for the long haul. Got destructive spit incoming, so we're going to switch over to DPS mode there. Which we can very quickly take him down with that. Back up now. Switch over into healing mode once more with Gao Chen. I also don't think that I put any of those artifacts on. I didn't. I had been thinking about it and then I forgot. That's okay. Doubt it matters too terribly much. I mean, it'll matter, but as far as it goes, I don't think it's going to be vital. Switch back over into DPS mode so that we can try to knock this dragon down as quickly as possible. And beat him while he's down for a whole minute. So that is what heroes do. Check them while they're down. Funny that they're called heroes when there's, there's not a lot of heroism involved in some of these characters, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you guys have read exactly what's going on with them, but I'm just gonna say that some of these folks, I don't know, they're not on the heroic side of things. Maybe by hero, we just mean like adventurers or superpowered. Switch her back into the destructive stance there. exploded. Now we're in phase 4. It's gonna do an infernal roar, but we'll be ready with him with Gao Chan in healer mode. Got another 30 seconds on this. That's the last meteorite impact. Heal up just a little bit on my guys, and then I will switch back and get some DPS for those last few seconds there. So, unfortunately, that wasn't even the highest dragon blood that has been recorded, so what a shame, what a shame. Alright, Arrogance topped it. Wrath was next. Hedron after that. Followed by Ain, Hedril. Pretty much covers it. That's too bad. I wonder if I could do it with Gao Chan and Lil Follow and throw in Xena, but not tonight. We'll have to playtest that perhaps tomorrow because I'm trying to get to bed at a decent time. By decent, I mean 2 in the morning is the reality, because after I get off of here, it always takes me at least 2 hours to actually get to bed. Because all of the things I must do between now. But certainly I have to run through a round of zombie invasion tonight before I call it. Also because I haven't done that today. Tomorrow, something starts, and I just realized too, I think I need to do a bunch of arena. Man, tell you what, I'm gonna be busy over here. Cause yeah, I think that the arena, can't remove it, but the event for doing arena, I think it ends tonight. Not sure. If it ends tomorrow, I'll wait till tomorrow. But I'll check on it after we finish these fights, hopefully. I hope it ends tomorrow, because it'll take a whole minute. And I'm just gonna mostly be throwing myself at a wall, because I'm high enough level in there that I'm going to get smashed. Alright, so Dragon Crusade contribution was like 21%, I think. Which is okay. It'll be on somebody else's head to come and get the last little bit of this up here. 21.45%. Compared to Pugachoa's 32.18%. Well, not nearly as behind as I once was. However, was that his 2 attacks? I think he hit in. Perhaps I have overcome his Ajax. Wow. Potential. one thing I have to remember when I put Xena down is to put her only one block in front of the dragon and not two, so that she continues to hit him even after her first 30 seconds go off, just in case I forget to pick her up when I need to. So that seems like it would be a smart idea. Try to manage that. Also occurs to me that I should blow through the stamina that I have, whatever I have built up, and get something. Not sure what. Could do artifact raids, but I think I'd rather see if I can promote anybody. And really, it doesn't matter who it is. Very much. Alright, another 21.45% contribution. So we got Drake's Chasm 2 times, giving us 20 guild activity tokens, 20 guild coins, and 5,000 gold. Nice. And then, oh yes, I wanted to check on Arena, but I want to run some things in the background first. So let's just, you know what we'll do is we'll go by BP, and we'll just start here and go down until we find somebody who needs some pieces. And whatever it is, we'll go in search of them. Okay, here we are. It is Gluttony. And Gluttony, okay, it's showing that he needs 30 of these. That is, you know, of course, not the truth of the matter. We're going to auto fight however many times we have auto fight. How about that? And that'll be good enough. Alright, then we've got something over here. Root has refreshed, and nothing of note. Get out of there. Go ahead and pick up whatever she has in her mind, which is 600 coins, 500 XP potions, and 4 stamina. I'll take it. Seems good. Then we have Arena, right? I think so. But first, events to see if it runs. Duel of the Champions. Hey, we have 1 day and 2 hours left on this, so I shan't do it right now. I have another couple hundred points to get in order to max this out. Probably can do it tomorrow. I think I probably can. So for now, we'll go on to the zombie invasion, which does need to be done today so that I get that daily reward. So to end list, and then we'll keep what we have, which is all about potions, basically. And what I'm going to do, I think, this time, is I'm going to restart if I don't get something worthwhile like this Spring of Sticks here. So we do get the Spring of Sticks. I'm going to go with Spring of Sticks. We're going to try to go dark and light. So we've got the Blazing Bolt, and we've got the Spring of Sticks. Now we got Tornado, so let's take that. That's dark. Now what we need is the Chain Lightning. We didn't get it, so we're going to refresh. Okay, we got Celerity, so we'll go that direction. Just because it gives me some more Blazing Light stuff. What I want is get Light Mastery and Dark Mastery points in every way possible. And we'll try to get the things that make the most sense. But above and beyond all else, what we want is dark and light. Because there's a very nice potion that goes along with dark and light. And I want it. And again, we don't have dark or light stuff on there. We're going to refresh. And here's the lightning chain that we wanted. So, we used up 2 out of 3 of the refreshes. And because of one of the potion enhancing things we have, we won't get any more refreshes Now between tornadoes and blazing bolt, we want to try to get more blazing bolt. Now, we've got the stunning thing, we've got more blazing bolts every 2 seconds during the ultimate, or lightning chain bouncing around better. Let's go with overdrive. Oh, I should turn on ultimates also. Probably a good idea. That could have gone better. Let's do proliferate. Because between sticks or lightning chain, we want sticks. Now, this is exactly what we want. Each light mastery increases dark damage. Each dark mastery increases light damage. That's the one I want. Okay, what's the crit rate? Crit rate is currently 5%, and our crit damage is 150%. So let's go ahead and get this crit rate potion here. Alright, now we've got chain lightning or lightning chain or tornadoes. Let's see here. Let's just do light damage in general plus 30%. And then we've got Myra 2, which is very good for decreasing the speed of the guys going through the sticks. We've got Boil Infinite Curse. Let's do Curse. It reduces enemies' attack speed, and it increases dark damage plus 50%, which is nice. Some of these things seem to stack, and some of them don't seem to stack. I'm not sure which ones are which. But normally if it says increases, that always stacks, it seems. And if it says like plus 20% like this does, that also always seems to stack. Now, here's the thing. We've got Razor Edge 3 or Punishment of Light 3. And I think because going toward the potion thing, I'm going to go for the Punishment of Light 3. It's going to deal extra damage equal to 30% gold, and we're going to be trying to do everything we can to increase the amount of gold that we get so that we can get more potions. It's going to go up and down on the damage, pretty much. Out of these, I'm going to go with Expanding Springer Sticks range, damage plus 20%. Alright, Smash 3 is going to gain cold on hit, critical hits, among other lovely things there. Got some tornadoes running around. Alright, out of these options, we want that extra skill choice. And we're going to go with light damage plus 70%. Blazing Bolt is currently topping the DPS, or damage at least. Believe it or not, I'm going to go with the Tornado here. That's the damage plus 40%. Alright, now we've got 375 that we can spend, meaning we can get only one. Well, okay. We can get one of the bigger, badder potions or both of the smaller potions. We don't have any fire damage. We aren't as concerned with the attack. So, do we want crit damage plus 30 or do we want the Fallen Phoenix? Fallen Phoenix summons tornadoes, which goes hand in hand with what we're doing. Let's get tornadoes. And we can still get another thing. Do I want to? Let's get the attack potion. I don't think I want to. I think I know it's cheap, but no, we won't. Let's keep that for the extra damage from the coin thing. Alright, we've got Blazing Bolt quantity. We've got, yeah, let's go with quantities of Blazing Bolts. How about that? That gives us the rating. We can, okay, we want this Blessing when obtaining a high quality potion, additionally gain 5% light damage increase, which is very good. Let's do it. Circuit Forbid 3 is the way to go here, although Blazing Bolt quantity plus 1 is also nice. Blazing Bolt cooldown minus 0.5 seconds and damage plus 50% seems like a no-brainer. Alright, let's do, I like multiple of these, honestly. We're gonna decrease the Spring of Sticks cooldown by 1 second. Tornado did a little bit there for a minute. Ah, this is a tough one. I'm gonna go with Overdrive though. Overdrive 3 on Spring of Sticks, guys. Let's get more Spring of Sticks out there. We got the more tornadoes, the higher the attack speed. Spring of Sticks reduces enemies' fire damage reduction if the enemy has burning pursuers. We don't have any of that stuff going on. Or tornado attacks have a chance to strike twice. Let's do. None of it is exactly great. Maybe the more tornadoes, the higher the attack speed. Definitely need something to heal our fence with. Definitely want the Light Mastery +1 and the Winter Spike. That slows him down and does him a little bit of damage. Fire damage is useful, but attack speed would be good, so let's grab that. Alright. I'm not sure if the Smash 3 is going to stack or not. Damage plus 20% certainly will. Could do light damage plus 50%. I don't know, I'm going to take the Smash 3. Okay. Now. I'm going to go with light damage plus 30%. We got Blazing Bolt stuns enemies for 1 second. Blazing Bolt executes common monsters whose HP is below 15%. Or Lightning Chain balance count, split count from up by 1. Let's execute common monsters whose HP is below 15%. Sure. Why not? There we have the Phoenix doing its tornadoes. Let's go with Overdrive 2, damage plus 20%. We're going to do Circuit Halt, close to the enemy, the higher the hero's damage dealt, and light damage plus 10%. Fortune 3, you get some gold when killing enemies, which will increase our damage dealt by punishment of light 3 over here. Alright. Let's do dark damage plus 20%. Let's see where we're at. It looks like Blazing Bolt is currently leading the pack. Let's do 25% AoE damage to surrounding targets with Blazing Bolt and damage plus 20%. Okay, definitely need the light damage and the dark damage. And then we'll get... you know what, we'll go ahead and get both of these just for the 5% bonus to light damage that we get from that. And while I would like to get some of that, I can't. So, shame. Not looking great out there for only level 19, but it's okay. Let's expand the Spring of Sticks range, I think. going to have to get some way to start healing up the fence at some point. It's not suffering yet, but it's going to because we're not doing enough damage. Let's do chance to pursue and damage plus 20% across the board. Very bad situation. Getting slaughtered here. Gonna have to get something decent. I guess Circuit Halt 3 again. That'll increase our light damage plus some amount. Alright. Could do lightning chain. I don't know that blazing bolt, like the shock, is gonna help a great deal. Let's go ahead and do lightning chain. Okay, we've got a good bit built up here, so let's just get everything so that it opens up a new window and we can figure out what we have here. Now, we have 617 left. We have 3 250 costs and 150 cost. So we can basically get 2 items. Which ones do we want? We could do 20% chance to inflict dark burn when dealing damage. 20% chance to inflict burning for 5 seconds when dealing damage. Or, during the ultimate, AoE damage is significantly increased. We don't know what significantly increased means, because it's unclear. Single target damage plus 30% is also good, of course. But that's not the ones we're going to grab. We also want to increase the light damage. Right? Yes. AoE damage is significantly increased. That only happens during the ultimate, so maybe the better choices are going to be the burning potions. I hope that that's a bit of damage. I really don't know. I don't know how to tell if it's or not. Doesn't look like we did well though. That was a poor choice somehow. Wave 23 is pretty low. It was terrible. I don't know why. I obviously made successively bad choices. Alright, let's go to Flame, and challenge 1 time daily during the event gives us 10 autoplay chances. Challenge 6 times during the event gives us 10 gleaming meteorites, and eliminating 128 waves of monsters during the event gives us 10 ancient summoning crystal shards. Not a bad haul, all things considered. Now, we got this background fight done over here. 5,460 coins, 7,497 potions, 70 of each of the insignia of melee attacks. So, I'm going to go down to heroes and try to find the one that you were trying to level up. Was it this one? Possibly. No, it wasn't. Alright, back up. It's just still the long way. But my memory is not good at doing the memory. That whole remembering thing. No bueno. Who needs it, really? Ah, there's Gluttony. Once I saw him, I was like, oh, that's the one. Alright, so let's promote Gluttony. Knocks all of his basic attributes up a little bit. Looks like we need one more set of those in order to promote it again, and that's going to enhance his talent, which is awesome because this is a very cool ability. Damage scales off of HP. After eliminating an enemy, increases max HP by 6% and grows larger in size, stacking up to 5 times. This effect lasts 30 seconds. Pretty cool enhancement. Let's see if we can go get one more of these auto fights in. It'll take another at least 10. I didn't pay attention how much exactly. Let's see, how many was it at? It takes 2 more toughen. Alright. One more of these not diamonds. Stamina sample potions. And then let's start that. Alright, you know what else? Well, I'm not gonna worry about it. I didn't do the tide at all today, which is a shame. I wonder if I can just claim loot. Yeah, I don't have time for this stuff, so I'm just gonna claim it and get what we get, because I'm going to try to go to bed tonight. So, we got 18 legendary skill dust, 244 talent points, 44 epic skill dust, 9,500 gold, 44 stamina, 92 rare skill dust, and 1 demon silver shard lizard fly imago, which I've done nothing whatsoever with. Alright, out of there. Go to quests and back claim the tag onslaught rewards 1 pound. Let's claim that. And we get 1 stamina potion stick sample for that. Let's go to the guild because there's some daily quests here. Okay, looks like I did all those. Excellent. Good for me. Have anyone else participating so far in this? Doesn't look like it. And then the other question is, do we have anybody online? Bugger is online. That doesn't help currently. Looks like nobody else of note is online. So, how about you guys? Except all there. Okay. Cool. Suppose while I wait on that, I can come and get the stuff out of the mine. We got 550 coins, 450 XP potions, 4 stamina, 1 diamond, and 1 autoplay chats. All good stuff. And let's just go glance at the arena while we wait. Don't want to start them right now, or I'm gonna get stuck doing arena fights and forget what I'm doing otherwise. Hold on, there's another friend request here. Debuda would like to be friends. Well, sure thing. Why not, Debuda? Let's go. Speaking of things like that, I read a book to my son recently, and I'm trying now to, I think it's called Siddhartha. Yeah, Siddhartha. If you haven't read it, you might want to just check it out if you're interested in kind of like philosophy, right? More, I would say more modern day philosophy, although it's not very modern. It was written like 100 years ago, but that's more modern day than some of it, right? Anyway, just a random thought because of the Buddha. Believe it or not, it is related to the conversation. Alright. Well, let's go look at artifact material right over here. I think I tried this one earlier on this stream. Oh no, I didn't. I did the one before it. I didn't do this one. I'm afraid that probably if I tried this one, it would just be a route, because the last one I barely made it through, and it was only, you know, I don't think I can quite do it. I could try. Suppose I can try. It's good to go. I will lose this, of course, but okay, why not? trying to remember exactly how I had it set up last time. I had thrown Regulus down. That's step number 1. Regulus goes here. And then we got Dao Chan. Better throw her out and switch her over immediately to that. We gotta get Arrogance out right away. And of course, Neutron is also vital, but probably want to put Xena out first so that she can get her hits in. Let's throw out Neutron next. This is terrible because I failed to switch her back over in time. Doesn't make any sense there. And save my poor Regulus. Okay, so then I think I had put possibly Wrath, because the whole goal here is just to do as much DPS as possible as quickly as possible. So, I have to get out all of the people. No good. No bueno whatsoever. Alright, let's restart that though, because I think I did something. Yes, I remember what I did. I did not switch Dao Chan over soon enough. Let's try again. Alright. Regulus first, and then Dao Chan, who we need to immediately switch. And then we get Arrogance, followed by what Xena is her name. Takes me so long to remember that. Have to pay some attention to how the damage is going. Gets down to there, you switch. And it still may not have been fast enough, I'm not sure. But let's put him here. And try to get Wrath out next. Right there. Really probably not the best bet. I probably should have put Wrath. No, I better put Wrath there because really I've got to try to stop those folks from getting killed and also get Arrogance's attack speed up by having more guys out. I don't think it's going to matter in fear because it looks to me like probably what's going to happen is Baron is going to die. If he could have enough time, oh, he does have enough time, that's great. Okay. He was able to get his shield off in time, which means we do have enough time. Oh, huh. That's not Baron that I'm thinking of. That's hilarious. Throw Xena out here. And of course that was silly because that means we don't have anybody to throw out now. Shouldn't have put Xena out when I did. The only chance is to DPS him down. Can't happen. No bueno. Well, I don't know how close that got because I wasn't watching his health. But it's not terribly surprising to tell you that. I made some errors. I didn't pick up Xena when I should have. I meant to do that. Well, you know what? Let's try it again. One more time. Alright. See if I can remember to pick her up when I'm supposed to. I doubt it. My brain is insufficient to the task. It's too many things. Almost put Arrogance out there to die. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I didn't put my people out at the right time. Already messed up. Sad, eh? Oh gosh, and I didn't switch her over either. Oh my goodness. What a disaster. What a disaster. And I need to pick up Xena. Maybe not quite yet. What if I... Terrible. Terrible. That was a disastrous event. Alright. Maybe tomorrow I will do that. Alright, let's complete that. And then we've got some background parts that finished over here. So, let's check on those. We got 780 coins, 1071 XP potions, and 10 of each of the insignias of melee attack. Alright, now to the heroes list and down to Gluttony. I think that's the one we want. Go down to promotion and promote him up so that he can get that awesome thing right there. Very good. Curiosity makes me go a little further, like, what other fun stuff do we have? So run Courtney. Oh, but wait, things may have changed. After the promotion, did he move? I don't know. Maybe. Not really, it seems. Still hanging out in the same area. Alright, so Lightlock would be the next one in the list of BP to try to promote up. Meaning that we have all of the main ones promoted as high as possible. Interesting, interesting. Okay, something to think about. Nothing is going to be exceptionally changed for him. It's just going to increase his stats a good bit. That's okay. Alright. In that case, I'm going to, I think, go ahead and get off of here for the night. It was a pleasure streaming with all of you, and if you are not following me yet, be sure to follow me and turn on notifications so that you can see next time I go live. I think I'm going to call it for the moment, and I will hopefully see you all tomorrow. Good one.